Hey Disney friends, it's Amber with MickeyTravels. We're going to break down the dining plan in this video, and this is going to be an updated version, so it's the 2018 Disney Dining Plan Edition. I've got tons of other videos on the dining plan, and Disney is always moving forward with things, so I do have to update videos every now and then. So this is going to be like a 101 college course kind of in the Disney Dining Plan with updated prices and updated what you get with your credits. So stay tuned. The dining plan is probably one of the things I get most questions about, so I thought I would first break down what the dining plan is. Walt Disney World offers 3 dining plans that you can add on to your package when staying at a Walt Disney property. The dining plan is not available if you are staying off property. You can't just decide to buy the dining plan. The dining plan is going to be for the number of nights that you stay at a Walt Disney property. So you can't also just decide you only want to do it for 2 days or 3. It'll be however many nights you're staying. So 5 nights, 6 days would be 5 days worth of credits for everyone in your family that is over 2 years old. So I've got the prices here for 2018, and these are going to be adult prices. Kid prices are just going to be probably about half of what I'm saying, maybe a little less. And a kid is considered ages 3 to 9 at Walt Disney World. Okay, so for the quick service dining plan, what you're going to get for that is you're going to have 2 quick service meals and 2 snacks. And with the quick service meals, those are ones where you walk up to the counter and order, no reservations needed, and you get an entree, beverage with each of those. Okay, so that plan per day or per night of your stay is $52.49 per adult. A step up from that is the Disney Dining Plan, or what I call the regular dining plan. You get 1 table service credit, which is where you have reservations prior more than likely. It can be a character meal, and you sit down and you have a menu. You get an entree, beverage, and dessert at these. And now new for 2018, adults can have 1 alcoholic beverage at all table service restaurants when on the dining plan. You also get 1 quick service credit and 2 snacks, so that's per day. That cost is $75.49 per adult. Lastly, the deluxe dining plan, which is a ton of food and a great option if you are a foodie and wants to try like some of the signature restaurants. Okay, you get 3 table service meals with that. And the difference between the table service with the first one and this one is you do get an appetizer per person. So it's an appetizer, entree, dessert, the beverage, and alcoholic beverage if you're an adult. And then you have 2 snacks as well. So you'll have 3 of those. Since some signature restaurants take 2 credits, a lot of my clients utilize this if they plan on doing a very fancy meal per day, leaving them 1 credit to maybe do a breakfast or lunch. So it evens out for them. Okay, that cost is $116.24 per adult. So the dining plan is not for everyone, depending on what kind of food you enjoy. I do have people who say their kids are very picky eaters, but keep in mind if you're under 9, it is a lot cheaper for the dining plan, and the kids menus at Disney do have tons of options for your chicken nugget, chicken tender pizza kind of people. So that is what a credit is. You get variations of with the 3 per night. And the trick here is that everyone that is staying in your room is going to have all of the credits put together into 1 lump sum, and you guys just use them as you please, and they come out of that big pile of them. They don't track per person who has used them. It's all 1 lump sum. So the trick with that is knowing exactly how many you are going to probably use ahead of time, and that's why people make dining reservations 180 days before, and they'll know exactly what table service meals they're going to go to. Because sometimes maybe half of you will be eating one place, half of you maybe going somewhere else, but more than likely the entire family is going to be eating all together and it will be evened out. Alright, so counting your credits. This is where it gets a little difficult. The cool thing is that after you do use your credits, you do have them on the receipt. They'll tell you how many you've used. And also on your app, you can go to My Disney Experience and see what you've used. It's kind of difficult to find. You have to go to your reservations and then you open that up, and then dining is an option. It takes like 2 or 3 steps to get to it. And it'll tell you how many entitlements you have left. and how many are that you've used. It won't say where, so you do need to keep track of that unless you want to go to guest services to find out exactly where your credits went. Because sometimes you may accidentally use a credit where you weren't supposed to. And I know that scares people. Disney cast members do a really good job of letting you know when you are buying something, especially at quick service, that you do need to include all of these items to make sure you utilize the credit. They may also say this is more valuable if you use this as a snack instead of using it as a quick service. And a snack is going to constitute as anything under $5, more than likely. Where can you use your credits? There are quick service locations all over the property, including in the parks, obviously, but at the hotels and at Disney Springs. You'll know it's a quick service because it doesn't take reservations. And you also get the free mug that, do I have one here? Oh no, they're all over the house. I don't have one down here. But you do get the free mug if you are going to be on any of the dining plans. Those are only refillable at the hotels. So if you do dine at a quick service in your hotel, bring that mug with you. So that's another perk. And that's about $17 for the whole trip. So that's why you need to include that when budgeting, that price is included in this per day. I use a calculator, a dining plan calculator, when trying to help clients decide if it's feasible to use the dining plan or not. And you can just Google that to find it. It does a really good job if you know exactly where you want to eat, if it is going to save you money to use the dining plan or not. But more than likely, most of my clients just like it for the convenience of it. In fact, I get it every time. Maybe my savings isn't that big, or maybe I'm spending just a little bit more if I did do the dining plan. And to me, having it all paid for ahead of time, it's worth it because I know that when I get there, I don't have to worry about forking out the money for a meal. Gratuity is the only thing you have to worry about. Table service locations are located also at all over the property. Disney Springs has a lot. You do need to, when you're looking at the Disney Springs options, just make sure they are taking the dining plan, and on the Disney website, they will say on there if they accept the dining plan. The Disney parks, of course, have tons of them, and so do the hotels. Even if you're not staying at a Disney resort, you can still dine at all of these places. You just won't be using the dining plan. And it's really simple to navigate around the Disney World property when staying at a Disney hotel. And that is going to a park and then to that hotel. I utilized Uber quite a bit this last time, and it was very quick, especially if you are running late and need to get to your dining reservation. So what do you do if you've purchased a dining plan and you did not use all your credits before you leave? Then you need to make sure you buy a bunch of stuff before you do leave. And more than likely you will have tons of snack credits. I've recognized that with the 2 snacks per day now, a lot of people do have tons of snack credits left. And there are non-perishable things that you can buy and take with you on the plane. The Goofies and Chip 'n Dale snacks are a great source for that, and then maybe the wrapped up Rice Krispie treats. So you can take those with you. They will expire at midnight of your checkout day. Even if you check out at 11 a.m. and then are gonna still linger around and wait for a flight, you can still use your dining plan, again, up until midnight of that day. So if you're going to have a split stay where you are going to be at one hotel for half and then another for the second half just to try it out, and you want the dining plan, you will have a split dining plan with that too. So you need to make sure your credits are all used up until midnight of that first checkout, and those are all used, and then the second half of the dining plan will start when you check into the next hotel. And so that takes some planning because you'll need to know exactly how many credits to use in the before and how many in the after. But I've had clients do it, it is possible. So going through my checklist, I just want to make sure I've covered everything with you. Okay, breaking down what a credit is and what is included in it, what you get for each dining plan and how much it costs, how to count your credits. So if we had I have a family of 4, we're staying 5 nights, that's 20 credits. And so each time we dine, we subtract how many people ate. And so if like all 4 of us ate out of the 20, that would leave 16 table service credits for us to use the rest of the trip. They do start the day you check in. And I usually encourage that you do go to the front desk to make sure everything's good to go, and to go ahead and get your mug first thing when you get to the resort. Sometimes I've had clients that like jump right on a bus and go to Disney, and then they have issues with their dining plan on their Magic Band. So I usually encourage to make sure everything's good to go before you do that. What you get with each dining plan, where can you use them, and then how to check your amount and leftover credits at the end. I have seen some guests use their credits with people that are in line because they're leaving. They have like 4 or 5 snack credits and they see people in a store that they're at and they're like, you guys pick something out, I've got snack credits to use. So pay it forward kind of thing with your credits if you have too much. Alright, so I hope this helps you out and it breaks it down a little bit. It can be complicated, but in a sense, once you get the hang of it, it's not. And then from here, you need to plan where you're going to eat and when, and I have tons of other videos on recommendations for that. And then if you do need assistance figuring out if this is right for you and are interested in booking a package to Disney, contact me. I'd like to work with you and I can help you make that decision. Again, I am a big fan of the dining plan. We use it every time we go. We do usually have leftovers. So that to me still doesn't say, hey, just pay out of pocket for it. I mean, even if it was like a $50 difference to pay out of pocket, I'd rather just go ahead and have it paid for ahead of time so I can just scan my band. Don't forget the gratuity. It is kind of a big deal that some people get the shock value of it because when they use the dining plan and say they go to a character meal or Ohana and it's 40 to 50 a person there, and then if you think 18% for the tip, it's going to be rather large. So don't forget about the gratuity. And if you have a party over 6, the gratuity is going to be automatic and that is 18%. Alright, if you have any other questions about the dining plan, let me know. I do have a frequently asked question updated video coming up, hopefully tomorrow. I've had 3 snow days already this week, so I'm trying to get some videos filmed for you guys since I'm here with cabin fever. Have a magical day. I will talk to you really soon. Bye.